So, Charlie, firstly, let's talk about the Easter weekend and the 1-1 draw with local rivals Weymouth on Easter Monday. Are you disappointed to not come away from that with 3 points, considering where they are in the table?
Yeah, obviously we're trying to win all the games we play in to the end of the season. That is our aim. But I think for large spells of the game we dominated, and looking back, we're really frustrated that we couldn't get the goal to win the game. Yeah.
What's the difficult part for you now, come sort of the end of the season, Yeovil not having too much to play for in terms of the playoff places? What's the difficult part for you now on the run in towards the end of the campaign?
Well, that's what it is. It's making sure that we don't just fall over the line. We've got to keep going for the fans and for ourselves, and it's a big fight to the end of the season. Really, obviously, there is nothing to play for, as in for the league, but there's plenty more than that away from the league to play for. So it's being able to keep the players ready for every game.
And just a word on Oolamola as well, if you can. We've not seen him for a few games actually in the Yeovil setup. Any reason as to why that is?
Well, yeah, after the Tuesday Somerset game, he had a slight groin problem, which ruled him out the next one. But then obviously I was happy with the squad, so I didn't change anything. But he'll be involved in some capacity in the next few games. Definitely, he's trained really well last week, and he's fighting to be available in the team.
And just a word on that Somerset Premier Cup final. I know it's a few weeks away. What's your take on Bath City, and are you going to put out a strong side?
Yeah, as they have done, as the club has done all season, there'll be a strong side, and we want to win it. We're desperate to win it. It'll be good for the players and the club, and especially the fans. So, yeah, we'll be doing everything we can to win that, and we'll be a strong team against a very good opponent.
And Stockport County this weekend welcoming top of the table to Hewish Park. What are you expecting from a team that look to be in the Football League next season?
Well, that's exactly what we'll be expecting. They are a Football League team. There's no way around it. They're the strongest team in the league, biggest budget, best players, and they're on an incredible run, really. I know they'll be disappointed with their last performance, but there was a red card in one of them games. They was on a really good winning run, and it's going to be a very tough game, but it's a great game for the lads. The expectation from teams playing Stockport is low at the minute, but we feel like we can give them a really tough game, and we're really confident going into Saturday.
Great stuff. Thanks, Charlie. Go well Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Charlie, how are you doing?
Yeah, really well. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Obviously, Barkley's going to be missing at the weekend, but Hunt seems to be back fit. Is that going to just be a nice little change for you? And are there any other squad issues for the weekend?
Well, yeah, it's good to have Hunty available. He's probably been training now fully for just under 2 weeks, but he looks really fit, and he's been involved in the last 2 squads, so it does strike as a natural replacement. But there are other things we can do, and we'll be looking at for the weekend. But it is good to have Hunty fit and ready to play.
And do past results come into your mind at all? Obviously, you've played well against Stockport, you've beaten Stockport, you've done better against the top teams and the bottom teams this season. Does that enter the mind going into this weekend's game?
Yeah, everything always gives you positivity going into games when you've had good results or good performances against them before. But really, we know how strong a team they are, and we've got to be up for it. We've got to be up for the battle, and I think they really are the players. They've been brilliant since. For a good few weeks now, and except the Aldershot where we think we let ourselves down a little bit, everything else has been really positive. So we'll go into the game best prepared as we can.
I know it's your job to be professional as a manager and players on the pitch, but how difficult has it been this season? Every week there just seems to be another story behind the scenes, where it's managers go in, assistant managers go in, players go in, the takeover talks, and obviously FA investigations behind the scenes. How difficult is it just to keep that out of your mind?
Obviously, everything has an effect on people, but it's a great group of people that are working in the club, and the players. Unfortunately, ever since last year, we've had quite a lot of things go wrong, and we've had to deal with them, and they've always come through it with unbelievable desire to just keep improving and not let it affect them, and that's what they'll be doing. I'll be relying on the experienced boys to help me out over the next few days, and that's where we stand. And you can't use any excuses. There's no time for excuses when you play for Yeovil. It's just the way it is, and that's what it'll be while I'm in charge.
Obviously, you were pleased with the majority of the performance over the weekend, but couldn't quite find the goal. There seems to have been an issue this season with goals. Is it a form thing? Is there anything you can really put your finger on it, or is it just not been happening this season?
Yeah, there's been a thing throughout the whole season really that it's trying to piece it together. I think when we set up defensively sound, we look defensively sound, but we probably don't score as many goals. When we get maybe the 4 attackers on the pitch that we have done in the last few weeks since I've been in charge, that we've looked like scoring plenty of goals, but we've maybe conceded cheap goals. So that's the challenge now to the end of the season. They've got to piece together a good defensive performance and a good attacking performance. And I'll be trying my hardest, and we all will at the club, to make sure teams are ready to do both on a Saturday. And as I say, that'll be the challenge for the end of the season.
Hopefully they come best up for the week.